gonna have to cut all the way up to there.
Well, hi there. Welcome to BSF Recovery Team. Like I said, we're gonna try and make this front axle fit, and we got it centered right where it should be, and our spring just catches our spring pad on the original axle. We have our weld-on spring pads, but we got to make room for them. We're going to have to get real creative on cutting out our spring pad here and welding in our new one.
First, we'll switch to a cutting wheel.
Where's seat cover, you ask? Well, she's still sleeping.
Yeah, I think that's gonna work. We gotta cut this out, the diameter of this. Gotta cut it out about like that.
What's that?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? Well, I gotta notch this out so it fits over the top of the cast housing.
But I brought your fuel pump for your Tucker Snowcat.
Yeah, I know. But I promised them I'd get this in.
You're such a wonderful person.
So, we gotta cut this out. I'm thinking plasma cutter. You wanna try it?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to screw it up and have to wait for more to get shipped.
Well, I might screw it up too.
Okay, here we go. Hmm. 40. $270 and 0. So we got to grind a little more out of there. All right. See how that fits. Got to sneak up on this one. Okay, 0. What are you doing?
You told me to sneak up on it.
180.
0. Perfect.
I know I'm perfect. Thank you.
Now, we gotta polish that off. Okay, now we gotta cut this thing off. Looks like we got a little grinding to do. You want to do a little grinding?
Sure, give me 1 second.
Okay, I think that looks good. All right, now to see if we're still centered. Looks like we got a flashlight in the way. See if we're still centered. 6 3/4. 6 3/4. Looks pretty good. Well, I just found out that the spring center bolts are in backwards, or at least backwards for our configuration. The original axle in this truck was actually on top of the leaf springs, so the round head of the spring center bolt is sticking up. When the axle swap was done with the factory axle to underneath the springs, the holes were just drilled out for the size of the nuts. Now, we could drill out the holes in our spring pads, make the nuts fit, but I don't really want to do that. So I think we're going to switch the spring center bolts around, make them go the right way. There we go. Now the other side.
And that's how you switch them without taking the springs apart. That's about as good as it gets. Or at least we're going to weld in the spring pads. Okay, well, Mara and Abby went to the store, so it looks like I'm stuck here welding this myself. Okay, we got them tacked into place. Now we'll raise it up and finish welding them. Well, they're welding on. I hope they're right. Still centered. Okay. Now, we got to find U-bolts and plates. Too long. Too small. Too long. Too long. Those are the rear ones. Oh, these are small. Ooh, there's some big ones. Oh, and a Chevy plate. I wonder. Ho, 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 ho.
What are you hooping and hollering and
Oh,
carrying on?
yeah, the Chevy Dana 60 pad is going to work for us. We got to carve off some bottom webbing and a little grinding, and that'll work. Well, we definitely don't need this anymore. just might work. Well, looks like we're gonna have to get some longer U-bolts. So we don't have longer U-bolts. We'll have to get those from the parts store. Well, all the hard work's done. We gotta get U-bolts for that side. We gotta find a spring plate for that side, preferably one that matches this, and U-bolts for this side. Then it'll be done.
Then can I drive it?
Huh?
Then can I drive it if it's gonna be done?
No. Then the axle will be in. Anyway, it's late. It's past dinner time. So I think we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for watching BSF Recovery Team. Keep wheeling, be safe out there, and maybe we'll see you in the woods. Yeah, that'll work. A little more grinding on the bottom. Looks like we'll have plenty of dry shaft clearance.